Good morning, everybody. Happy Victoria Day. Is everyone having a great weekend? My friends, people in Halifax Citadel-Sable Island and across this province are facing a clear choice in 8 days. A choice between Stephen McNeil's status quo healthcare system in crisis or Jamie Bailey's long-term vision. For a healthier Nova Scotia and a fiscally responsible plan of action to get us there. Knocking on doors in this constituency, here's what I've been hearing. I've heard from one of our leading surgeons who told me our doctors have been shut out from decision making, something Stephen McNeil finally acknowledged in the middle of an election campaign 3.5 years in as Premier. I've heard from a physiotherapist, not you, Barb, I've heard from you a lot, but you can't vote for me, but this physiotherapist can. This physiotherapist is someone who presents on pain management around the world, and he's not consulted on the same topic here at home. I've heard from a nurse just this weekend who said it sure would be nice to work in a hospital where there isn't a code census almost every day. I met with a nurse yesterday afternoon who works on kidney transplants, who said it sure would be nice if we could give our patients water that's not bottled. I've heard from a psychiatrist who's worried that the one-size-fits-all approach by senior healthcare administrators is challenging the ability to deliver good mental health care. I've heard from medical students, nursing students, pharmacy students who wonder whether there's a future for them here in Nova Scotia. I've heard from seniors and persons with disabilities who are worried about losing outpatient services to a remote location in an industrial park. And this week, I met someone who wrote our government seeking help to bring his son and daughter-in-law, both doctors, back home to Nova Scotia. You know what answer this person got from Stephen McNeil's government? Nothing. Didn't even get an answer. That is not acceptable. As MLA for Halifax Citadel-Sable Island, I will give voice to the people in this constituency who have been ignored by their government. I am sure every candidate on this stage, not only are healthcare professionals and those who work in social work like Patricia and Barbara and Sylvia, they could write a book on what the people are telling them about the state of healthcare in this province. Yet Stephen McNeil fails to accept that there's a serious crisis in healthcare raging while he sits in the Premier's office. I was never so proud of our leader, Jamie Bailey, when he held Stephen McNeil accountable for his promise from the last election of a doctor for every Nova Scotian. I know, and you know, that Jamie Bailey is a leader who is positive, who's inclusive, who's respectful and open, not angry, dismissive, and arrogant. For those who want positive change in healthcare, let's elect MLAs who will stand up for better healthcare. For those who want positive change in healthcare, let's make sure we have a Premier who will listen, who has vision, who has a plan of action. My friend, our next Premier, Jamie Bailey.